He's got the toys. He's got showmanship. And he's got sex appeal. Ladies and gentlemen, from the great Southwest, here's the guru of gadgets, the dapper and dashing Don Baine, the Gadget Professor. Gadget Professor.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Gadget Professor. My name is Don Baine, and of course, I am the Gadget Professor, coming to you live and in color from Scottsdale, Arizona, from the Multimedia Studios. I managed to get in the studio today when it wasn't busy, so that's a nice thing. We are on episode 127. That means 127. We do have a very cool gadget today that's actually been around for a while and has been refined over the years. We'll take a quick shot on camera too, and what that is the Audio Unlimited SPK Velo 003, and they work real well, and we'll show you exactly how they work in a few minutes. So I'd like to take my quick brief time and welcome everybody to the Gadget Professor. Thank you so much for viewing us. We're now heard in 166 countries around the world. If you'd like to tune into the Gadget Professor, we are thrilled to have you. The easiest way to do that is to go to my webpage. That's at thegadgetprofessor.com. One of the main things you want to do is you need to subscribe to the show notes, and if you scroll down a little bit, like halfway of the page here, let's see if this mouse will work today. There we go. Right here it says newsletter. All you have to do is click on that, put your email address in. Every Thursday evening, Arizona time, anywhere between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock Arizona time. Right now we're 3 hours behind East Coast dudes. You will get the brand new Gadget Professor show notes, which is what you really want, because everything we talk about in the show is wrapped up at the end of the show and put into our show notes. And that basically gives you a URL, a link to everything that we talk about. Whoops, we almost lost our gadget there. Okay. Rolling right along, you also can follow us on the Gadget Professor Facebook page. We also will tell you when the show is up on the Facebook page. Last but not least, you want to check out our Rebel Mouse. That would be rebelmouse/Gadget Professor. You can email the Gadget Professor 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. If you have an item that you manufacture would like us to review, just drop us an email note and we'll get in touch with you. If you have a question, technical question, or want a recommendation out of a piece of equipment, or having some issue with something doesn't work right, or a workaround, again, just drop me an email, no charge. Be happy to get back to you. Getting back to our Rebel Mouse page, we tweet, 100 times a day. We have a couple people helping us do that. Essentially, this turns all our tweets into pictorial, so you can scroll down this page, and if you go back to this page every 20 minutes, you'll see it change, and it really has all the new gadgets that are out there every hour. And you're welcome to follow us on Twitter. That would be @GadgetProfessor, and you'll see the words, basically, the Twitter words, if you will, but you won't see the photographs and also the large display of what we have. So definitely check out our Rebel Mouse page. We'd love to have you on board, and again, thank you so much for tuning in. Let's start off today's show with some freebies. Everybody likes freebies. The first item that we're going to talk about is a browser that's been around for a while. So here's a really cool app, and this is really for smartphones, whether you're on the Android platform or if you're on the Apple platform, iPhone platform, it really doesn't matter. This will work on all smartphones, and the browser is called Dolphin. It's been around for a while, and it's really come to its own in terms of mobile browsing, and Dolphin makes mobile browsing easy by adapting to what you want to browse with customizable settings, voice and gesture and sharing features. With lightning fast speed, the Dolphin blows the rest of the mobile browsers out of the water. This is totally free. If you haven't tried it, you should really download it. It's free, and I think you'll find this a lot more functional and easier to use than, let's say, Chrome or some other browser that you're using, Mozilla, on your smartphone. So try that out, and let me know how you like it. I just switched over, and I really like it. Here's a great app. It's called Toolbar. It's called Toolbar Cleaner. Everybody needs Toolbar Cleaner. Try to say that a couple times. It's not as easy as it sounds. Toolbar Cleaner features a lot of different applications for you. Basically, it removes toolbars from Internet Explorer, Firefox, and Chrome. It can remove Windows startup items. It's simple, fast, and totally free. And it actually gives you a menu where you can click on what you want to get rid of. 1 million toolbars and add-ons removed per month using this app. It tells you how to remove the white smoke toolbar, which is a nasty penetrating malware that gets in people's computer and drives them nuts. And you also have an ask feature that you can ask it to remove something, and you can put that in there. So it's a very cool app, and I highly recommend it, especially if you turn on your computer and wonder, where did all these toolbars come from? I didn't load them there. Well, what happened is you were searching on a website and it automatically put them on there for you, or you loaded a piece of software and didn't very carefully read it, and it installed a bunch of toolbars like the Ask toolbar, which I hate, and it's tough to get rid of, but this utility will clean that right off. So check out Toolbar Cleaner. And now, folks, it's coming up close to my favorite holiday, which is Black Friday, of course. And you have Internet Monday, as I call it. So if you don't spend money on Black Friday on gadgets that you don't need, you can probably get better deals if you wait till Monday and shop on the Internet Monday, or Cyber Monday, as they call it. So what you want to do is sign up to I think, the 2 best Black Friday ads that are around, because they'll tell you way in advance what's on sale. And if you're a Black Friday getter-upper in the morning, this will be very helpful to you. So the 2 best ones, in my opinion, out there are BF, that stands for Black Friday Ads, bfads.net. And they already have some Black Friday sales that are already going to be up there. Wayfair, Macy's, Fry's, one of my favorite places to try to avoid unless I have to go there. But I love going to Fry Electronics, and they're only on the West Coast. They're none on the East Coast, but you can certainly shop on the internet at Fry's. And here's their 2-page, their 4-page sale of the day. They have a 2-day sale going on now. And every Friday, as I mentioned a million times, Fry's comes out with an ad in the Arizona Republic that's 6 pages. And I like having breakfast and looking over all the ad stuff that I already have and don't need, or new stuff that I may not need but need to anyway. Check out that for the Black Friday ad. And the other one that, actually the same one, that there's, if you check Black Friday ads, Google it, you'll find that there's like 30 of them. The best one, the one that I use that keeps me up to date, is bfads.net. Here's another app that I haven't used a lot. I just started looking at it maybe 2 weeks ago, and I'm at the point where it's stable enough and it's cool enough that I'd actually recommend it. And I think this is going to maybe not be the next Twitter or the next Facebook, but this is an aggregator, and this is a better way to share on social media. And essentially, what Woofer does is it shares your content at the best possible times throughout the day so that your followers and fans can see your updates more often. It's very robust, if you will, with features, and it's a very cool app. It's totally free. You can buy a Woofer business account if you want, but I'll put this in the show notes, and check this out. But it automatically, through one posting, if you will update all your social media, Facebook, Google+, on and on and on. And it's an aggregator, and it's very cool. Now here's another app that people frequently ask me how I do this, and here's the answer. It's called Delete Your Account. And what this will do is it will allow you to go in, and if you have accounts that you forgot you have and you don't know where you have them, you can go in and delete your Facebook account, your Monster account, OkCupid, Hotmail, Twitter, Gawker, Gizmodo, Tumblr, Dropbox, Foursquare, Quadra. You get the Quora, not Quadra. You get the idea. So this is totally free, and they have a note here. It says there was an article recently published stating that you can search for your name on this site and it will locate any accounts that you have. That's not the case. The information posted is incorrect. So you can search, the search function is only to search for the sites that you want to delete your account from, not your name from. If you would like to find what accounts you have across the web, excuse me, what you can do is try something like Spokio, and that will be in the show notes. Spokio will allow you to put your name in and find what accounts you signed up that you forgot about and delete them, and that's spokeo.com. Again, that will be in the show notes. So that wraps it up for the free app stuff, and now let's get into a very interesting gadget of the day. And if we take a look on camera 2, and we'll hold there for a second or two, this is called the Audio Unlimited SPK Velo 003. This is a premium 900 megahertz wireless indoor and outdoor speakers with remote control and dual power transmitters. So I have the 2 speakers here, and these actually will work on batteries or on power, and we'll get to that in a minute. As you can see, they have really cool LEDs. I have them both on. They're blue, and both these speakers are on at the moment. And this part is the most important part. Let's remove one of these speakers over here. This is the most important part. This is the actual transmitter part. And as you can see, right now it's blinking and it's on. So if I turn that off, you'll see the power light go off. And essentially on the back of this, you get a power pack that powers the transmitter. On the top, you also have the ability to snap that off, and you can put C batteries in there. It takes 4 C batteries. I'm not using the batteries today. I'm using the power supply that comes with it. Also on the back, you'll see 3 controls, well, 2 controls. The power, and right here, there's a button. This is to turn the power on and off. And then right here, this says channel. And right, if you can't see it, but it says channel 1 and channel 2. And you can actually click this to channel 1 and channel 2, and we'll get back to this in a minute. Now, underneath this, there is a retractable cord that you can see, and it's going into my Nexus 7 because that's what we're going to use to power this up. So I've actually used the plug, which is hardwired to this device, a mini jack to plug in the headset jack of whatever device you want. It could be your cell phone, your smartphone, your tablet, your computer, whatever it is, your MP3 player will plug into this, and then this transmits to these speakers. Now, interestingly enough, there is a shelf here, if you will, that you could put your smartphone on. I have the Galaxy 3, Samsung Galaxy 3, with a very large case, and as you can see, it won't even fit there. But it doesn't matter. You can rest it there or on the ground. The main thing is that you put your earphone jack, if you will, the 3.5 millimeter jack into the headset jack of whatever it is that you want to transmit, and that's pretty much it. Now, on the speaker side, it couldn't be any easier. You'll see on the bottom right there, there's the power button, and it says power. You have the volume control up or down. Positive means louder, negative means lower. And then on the top right here, you have a, let's see if I can point that out to you a little bit better. Right here, you have the channel button. It's called Auto Tune. Now, these speakers on the back come with a mount, so you can actually mount these. There's 2 places. You can see the screw holes here where you can just actually mount these. And these are for indoor or for outdoor utilization. Now, the way this, you also get a remote. This comes with it, your remote control. This takes 2 AAA batteries. You have the volume control up and down. You can see that right there. Here you have the power button, which will turn on and off the speakers. And here you have the auto tune, which we'll talk about in a second. Now, it also comes with a couple other cables. It comes with a little 3.5 extension jack, so if you need a little bit more room, you get that. You also get this splitter, so if you have a device that has left and right RCAs out, you can adapt that into the 3.5 millimeter jack. That comes with it. And last but not least, if you have a phono out, which I rarely see anymore, you have a phono jack adapter to the 3.5 millimeter jack. All that comes with it. Now, I had purchased this and actually got 4 speakers and the transmitter. You can put as many speakers on this as you want. It's unlimited, essentially. So I got 4 because I'm probably going to put these around the pool area outside, and use it for sound. Now you're wondering, how loud is this? Now, what I'm going to do, and this might take a second because my Nexus, I loaned it to my son-in-law, and I just got it back last night, and it's been, so I don't want to go there. I'll fix it, but all right. Now that's one speaker on. It's quite loud. It's actually distorting. So I'll turn this off now. So basically it has the ability to really blast out the music to the point where it can overdrive and get distorted. So there's plenty of volume there, and certainly usually they come with 2 speakers. If you get 4, 6, or 8 speakers, you'll get a nice distributed sound. Now the interesting thing about this are the specifications, which I found just interesting. You do get a nice data book with it. And again, I'm very pleased with the functionality of it. I've been using these for years. If you have a house and you don't have speakers built in, you don't want to run wires, these will do a very adequate job. If you have a party or you want to put the game on or something and have it in several rooms or outside in your backyard, or you even want to go on a picnic because you can work these on batteries, they'll work great. It's not a sound system where you're going to have a rock and roll concert, but it will certainly give you enough volume and decent quality that it's enjoyable to listen to the background music or a ball game. No problem with that. Now, what I found odd about this are the specifications. And the first thing that I found very strange is they give you pictorials as to how to work this. And right here on, let's go to camera 2 real quick, but on the back, right here, I mentioned this switch before. And I'm going to unplug this, but right there, that switch is supposed to have 3 channels on it. It actually has 2. I don't know why, but that's how it is. It says 3 in the book. Does it matter? Not really, and I'll tell you why in a minute. The most bizarre spec that I saw, and the specs are the specs, I don't think they're lying. This says it's 2 speakers times 5 watts. These sound a lot louder than 5 watts. To me, it's like 20 watts, which is more than enough, but even at 5 watts, if that's indeed what it is, it's quite loud, quite loud. It will easily give you sound for a 10 by 12 room, easily. In fact, you won't even be able to put them on all the way, unless you're a kid and you want to blast. So they have definitely adequate sound, but I'm surprised it's only 5 watts. The distance between the transmitter and the speaker, they say, is up to 150 feet. I've actually had them work at 200 feet through walls with no problem whatsoever. Which brings me to the last point of information that you need to know. I mentioned several times that they have the auto-tune button not only on the remote control but on the front of the speakers. And what that does is these work on 900 megahertz. That's the frequency at which it broadcasts, it receives the signal. If you get any crackling, popping, any kind of distortion or just lousy sound, all you have to do is hit the auto-tune button, and it will keep resetting itself. Every time you hit the auto-tune button, whether it's on the remote or the speaker itself, it will find the clearest channel and you'll actually hear it. And when it sounds good, you're done, you leave it alone. So that's a very handy fine-tuning device, the auto-tune feature, that really brings in and locks in a solid connection, if you will, between the transmitter and the receiver in the speaker. That works great. One other little tidbit of information I'll give you, and I mention this all the time. This was a gadget that I reviewed, I don't know, probably 6 months ago, called Extreme Mac. You'll take a look at that. This is it, and there's just a cord on the end. There's 2 batteries inside here. But what you can do with this is just turn this on, click this on, and connect this through a jack into the transmitter, and you now have Bluetooth, totally wireless. So essentially you can have your smartphone or whatever it is that you want to Bluetooth in your pocket or in your hand, and by using this device you now make these speakers Bluetooth compatible. Instead of using the actual hardwire that comes with this device, you can just plug this into this through a jack, and bang, you have this whole thing Bluetooth. And that's really sweet and really convenient. In terms of pricing, you can go to audiounlimited.com. It gives you all the specs. They come in white, they come in black. As I said, they've been around for a year. Rakuten, Rakuten, where I buy a lot of stuff from, has the 4-speaker pack on sale for $164. Amazon, you can buy it's called Cables to Go Audio Unlimited. Same thing. They have it for 2 for $95 and 4 for $160. I will let you know that if you watch the onesaleaday.com, I actually picked the 4 speakers up for $85, including the transmitter and all the wires. That was a great deal, and I will use these to augment some of the speakers that I have in my backyard. And for $85, you can't beat that. So before you pull the plug and spend $160 for 4 speakers, you can check around in Google. Just Google Audio Unlimited Premium 900 megahertz wireless indoor-outdoor speakers, and you may find somewhere where they're having them reconditioned or on sale. And these are actually reconditioned. I have no problem buying reconditioned stuff. I've never had a problem in all the years I've bought reconditioned components, whether it's stereo components, headsets, speakers, whatever. I just don't ever remember having a problem. So that will wrap it up today for the Gadget Professor. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I will see everybody next Thursday. So long from the Gadget Professor.
The Gadget Professor is produced by Don Baine, Multimedia Communications, LLC. If you would like your product reviewed on The Gadget Professor or would like to appear on The Gadget Professor, contact us via email at thegadgetprofessor@gmail.com. The opinions expressed on the program by the host, guests, call-in listeners, or chatters are solely the opinions of the original source who expressed them. And thank you for watching The Gadget Professor.